Welcome to Cooking Vegan with Kay. Here you will find all of your vegan recipe needs. Don't forget to check out my website at www.cvwk.com. That stands for Cooking Vegan with Kay. And I will have all of my free recipes. They will always be free. Okay, they'll always be free. And attached to each recipe would be the YouTube video. So don't forget to check that out. And today I'm going to show you guys how I made my southern fried green tomatoes. So you may notice that, my nails are white. I didn't have them done when I made this video, but in the other little snippets you may see me with my beautiful nails. Okay, so this kind of was like a 2-day thing. One day I made them, ate them, and then the next time I decided to, record for you guys. So make sure when you get your tomatoes that they are firm and they look like apples. If they look like green apples, then they're perfect. Okay, I like to make sure that mine are super hard and firm. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to get rid of the end piece, and then I'm going to cut thick slices. You want your tomatoes to be thick. You do not want thin tomatoes. Okay, so in the next minute or so, you're just going to see me slice away. And on the last, the end part, I like to make the tomato go face down, and I'll just, slice horizontally the end piece. But I like to make my tomatoes thick. So here you'll see me get rid of the end piece. We don't want that. And then I'll make thick slices. I just love green tomatoes. Okay, so I hope you guys try this recipe, and I will chime in here and there. So once again, don't forget to subscribe and ring that bell, so anytime I post a video, you will be notified. Okay, so stay tuned, and thanks for joining. Okay, so now I have all of my tomato slices laid out onto a baking pan, and I have a paper towel, and I'm just trying to absorb all of the water out of the tomatoes. What you're going to see me do afterwards is I'm going to sprinkle some salt on top of the tomatoes, and what that's going to do is it's going to make all of the moisture come to the surface, and that's what you want. So after I pat dry these as best as I can, I'm going to sprinkle some salt on top of them, and then I'm going to let them sit for a while. Once they sit for a while, then you will see all of the moisture rise to the surface, and then I'm going to get some more paper towels, and then I will pat dry them. This also works amazing when you do it with eggplant. If you're gonna fry eggplant, you don't want your eggplant to be super uber moisturized, filled with a lot of water. So the salt will bring the water to the surface, and then you're gonna take your paper towel, and then you're going to just pat dry it. Okay, so when the tomatoes are pretty much dry, that is when they're easiest, best to work with, because you don't want them super wet. Okay, so now it's time to make the batter. So I'm just going to mix in all of my, seasonings. I have it listed in the description box below. So once I combined all of these, I'll make my wet mixture, okay? And then I will show you the process of how I place my tomatoes into the wet and then into the dry. Okay, so now it's time to dump our tomato slices into the wet mix. And then as you can see, I'm trying to kind of, get some of that batter off of the tomato. And then I put into the dry mix, shake it up, and then I remove it with a fork. Make sure you remove it with a fork, because if you pick it up with your fingertips, you will slide off some of that batter. Now, if you want your tomatoes to be extra, extra, extra crispy, do not, I repeat, do not take off the excess batter like you see me doing here today, okay? So just let it stay thick and gooey, and then put it into the dry mix, shake it up, get your fork, tap, tap, and then put it to the side on a plate. Once you have done all the tomatoes, then you will drop it into your oil. I like to use grapeseed oil. So I'm just gonna let you guys watch me do this. And once again, if you want them super crunchy, do not remove the excess as you see me doing here. Put it into your dry mix, shake it up, get your fork, and then put it to the side. All right, you guys. Okay, so now it is time to drop these into some hot oil. I use grapeseed oil. You can use whatever oil you'd like, vegetable oil, whatever. But everyone knows who follows me that I always fry in grapeseed oil. So make sure your oil is hot. Do not, I repeat, do not put your tomatoes or anything in that matter that you're trying to fry into oil that is not hot enough, because then your food is just going to absorb all of the oil and then your food's going to be greasy. So now I have it frying, and I'm just going to let that fry until it is crispy on one side, and then I will turn them over. And there you have it, guys. My tomatoes are super crispy and crunchy. But as I said before, if you would like the batter to be thicker, do not remove the excess wet mix off of your tomato. Thank you guys so much for watching. And don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. See you next time.